Hey guys, how are we doing today? This is Wally with LearnerNet.com, and if you guys are watching this video, it means that you want to learn how to point your current Namecheap domain over to A2 hosting. So what I'm going to do today with 4 simple basic steps, I'm going to take you step by step through the process of pointing your current Namecheap domain that you've already purchased at Namecheap. I'm going to help you to marry it with A2 hosting. That way you can install WordPress on it and, of course, launch your website online, okay? If you guys are new here to this channel for LearnerNet.com, hit the subscribe button right below along with the bell. And that way in the future videos, guys, that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. Also, go ahead and smash that like button to show your support on this YouTube channel. And that way other amazing people just like yourselves will be able to find the same video in YouTube search. So with that said, guys, I put together a simple outline that details the 4 steps that we must do to be able to point our Namecheap domain name over to A2 hosting. This process, I've done it several times over. I have like 30 some odd domains over the years that I've purchased through Namecheap. So I've done this like over and over and over again. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it today. The very first thing that you're going to need is web hosting. You need web hosting, obviously, for your website to live online. To do that, you want to click the link that's right below. It's the very first link, guys, in the descriptions portion of this video. When you click on it, it's going to give you guys access to a 75% discount off of your web hosting today. Of course, I want to be totally transparent in this video, as with all videos, and inform you guys that it is an affiliate link. If you use it, I will receive a modest referral for sending you as a new customer to A2 hosting. But I do it because I really love their services. They're super affordable. They're very, very reliable with uptime. They have amazing customer support, and they're just an all-around great company. And so when you click that link below, guys, it's just going to open up to A2 Hosting's landing page, which is this. And what I want you to do is to hover over hosting. When you hover over hosting, you'll see different types of web hosting that A2 Hosting offers. Shared hosting is really for beginners or people who may not need a lot of resources up front. BPS and dedicated is really for those that already have higher volumes of traffic, which you may not if you're a beginner. So you don't need BPS hosting, you don't need dedicated hosting, because again, these are not for beginners. You want to click on shared hosting, guys. Do that. So you guys have noticed that with the startup plan, it's only $2.99. You're getting a 75% discount off today. It normally goes for $11.99, but if you guys are using the links below, it's going to be dropped down to $2.99. With this plan, guys, you'll be able to create one website online with 100 gigabytes of SSD storage. I mention this because with a lot of web hosting providers online that are out there, be it SiteGround and others, they only give you 10 gigabytes of SSD storage. And that's great if you're a beginner online and you may not need like a lot of resources. It's going to be like a super small site. But if you want to like build out several pages on your website and then perhaps have like a site like mine that has like over 100 posts, on it, 10 gigabytes just won't be enough, for that. And so 100 gigabytes is more than enough. You can build hundreds of pages, on your site, literally. And this is the plan that I think you guys should go with. If you are doing something like affiliate marketing, network marketing, or you just have several projects online where you need to create multiple sites online, in that case, I recommend bumping up to the Drive plan. That's the plan that I have right now. When I first got started with A2 Hosting, I had the startup plan for maybe 2 months, and then I decided to upgrade to Drive. And so you can go with the startup plan or Drive, either or. What you want to do is just pick the plan that is for you. When you select the plan that is for you guys, what you're going to do is click on Get Startup. So if you're going with the startup plan, click on Get Startup. When you do, you're just going to be going through the process of setting up your account with A2 Hosting. It's very, very simple. The very first step right here of setting up your account after you select your web hosting package is to select your domain name. There are different options that are here. The option that you're going to need, being that you already have your domain name, is this very first one. So you're going to be using your domain name. So what we're going to be doing in this case is, what I want you to do is to plug in a domain name itself. Whatever your domain name is, that's the one that you're going to be using, okay? So I'm going to plug in LearnerNet, and it's a .net. So I have the .com, the .net as well. This is going to be the domain name that I'm going to use. Okay. So once you plug in your Namecheap domain name, you're going to click the button that says use this one. Okay. And so when you do, you're just going to be brought to this page where it basically will sum up what it is that you're purchasing today. These are all the features that come with your package. You get unlimited transfers, email accounts that you can set up. It's really, really simple to do that. They do have a website builder, which is great. I like to use WordPress, and I'll show you guys how to do that today. You do get a free SSL certificate. All websites should have that. And we operate on cPanel, which most web hosting providers online use. So that's a summary of what you are getting today. The package normally would cost $119.88, but with a discount, you're getting $84 off today of your package. So the way how you guys are benefiting, you're getting the discount by using the links that are right below, and you're going to be walking out paying $35.88 today for your web hosting. Okay. Now, I wanted to also mention that with A2 Hosting, they have an anytime money back guarantee. So what that means, guys, is that if at any point you want to cancel your web hosting package, let's say you're testing it out for, I don't know, 60 days or 90 days or 100 days, what have you, and you feel that, hey, A2 Hosting is not for you, you can contact customer support and request a refund, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So you're only paying $35.88 today. It's a deal. A lot of web hosting providers online, one example is SiteGround. With your very first year with SiteGround, you're paying about $100 for your very first year. When it renews, you're paying an upwards of $200 or more. And so you guys are getting a really nice deal today, with A2 Hosting. Of course, if you want, you can purchase more web hosting. It's totally up to you. I just left it by default at 12 months. So if everything looks good, what you're going to do is click the continue button. Click the continue button, and on the very next page, guys, it's just a confirmation of what we're getting today. This is the plan. If you need to change it or want to change it, you can do that by clicking this button. Again, the plan itself normally would cost $119.88. There's a discount of $84. You're only paying $35.88 today. You're going to click the checkout button on the very last page, guys, of this process. You're just going to be plugging in basic information. Your first and your last name, your email, your phone number, your address for billing. You're going to create a password associated with your A2 Hosting account. You can use this to log into like the dashboard, like the back office, if you will, like of your account itself, and that way you can access cPanel. We're going to talk a little bit more about that very shortly. What you're going to be paying today out of the gate, as I mentioned before, is only $35.88. When your web hosting renews, in other words, 1 year going forward, when it renews, it's going to renew for $119.88. That's what it's going to renew at. Again, most web hosting providers online in your second year web hosting charge an upwards of about $200. And so again, it's an amazing, amazing deal that you're getting today. And for that reason, I wanted to highlight that. Decide how you're going to pay for it. You can use a credit or debit card, PayPal, several different options that A2 Hosting gives you. You can even pay with a check or money order. Like, who does that? But it's an option. You can use a bank wire transfer. So you have several options. There's a lot of flexibility with paying your web hosting online. If you're going to use a credit or debit card, you can just plug that info in right there. You can subscribe to their mailing list if you want. It's not required. But if everything looks good, guys, you want to check right here, just stating that you have read and you agree to the terms of service. What are the terms of service? Well, that today you're going to be paying $35.88. That's all you're paying today. When it renews, it's going to be $119.88. So there's no fine print or anything. Right here, everything is straightforward, guys. That's all you're going to be charged today. And so what you're going to do right now, guys, is click on complete order. When you do, you're going to be charged to $35.88. A2 Hosting, guys, is going to send you a few emails, one of which will include your name servers that you're going to need to then update your Namecheap account. And I'm going to show you how that is done. So that is the second step in this tutorial, guys. First, we set up our A2 hosting account. Very important. We've already done that. We've selected a web hosting package, and you've basically added your domain name from Namecheap to that. The next step is you're going to get the assigned A2 hosting name servers. These are going to be emailed to you within a few short moments. They're basically 4 different name servers itself. When you get them, the very next step that you're going to do is you're going to access your Namecheap dashboard, and then you're going to add those 4 A2 hosting name servers that you were provided. Okay. And so to do that, I'm going to take you guys over to my account with Namecheap. And when you log into your account with Namecheap, guys, you want to be at the dashboard. So here on the dashboard, guys, you're going to see a list on the left of all of the domain names that you have associated with Namecheap. All you're going to have to do is scroll down to the domain name itself that you want to install WordPress on, and obviously point to A2 hosting. So in my case, I'm going to use learnernet.net. I want you to click on the Manage button. When you click on the Manage button, the very next page itself is going to prompt you to add in those name servers that you just received to your email from A2 hosting upon setting up your account. So what you're going to do right here is scroll down. And you guys can see that for this current domain name that I'm going to be using for this tutorial, I've already added the name servers from A2 hosting. Now yours may be the same, it may not be the same. To do this, guys, when you come to this page right here, you may not see custom DMS automatically. It may be on Namecheap web hosting DNS. So all you're going to do is select custom DNS, and on each one of these lines, you're just going to plug it in. When you guys are finished, you can hit like the enter button, where you're going to see like a green button that's over here. With that, it's just going to take a few moments just to fully propagate across the internet. You're basically letting the internet know that this domain name is no longer parked at Namecheap, but now it's going to be hosted at A2 hosting. Once you guys finish adding in the name servers itself, what you're going to do is the third step, and that is to add the domain name in cPanel. Okay, so hopefully you received the email from A2 hosting. It comes within a few short moments. You're going to take those very same name servers that you received, just recapping here, and you're going to plug them in on this page right here. So you're going to go to your dashboard. You're going to select the domain name itself that you want to point to A2 hosting. Go to manage. You'll be brought to this page right here, where you're then going to add the name servers that A2 hosting is sending you. And from that point, guys, the next step to basically finish this up is now to add that new domain in cPanel. So cPanel is what will allow you to basically create your site. And so to do that, what I'm going to do right now is take you guys over to cPanel. So your cPanel, guys, looks like this. In your email that you receive from A2 hosting, you're going to have a link there for cPanel. To access cPanel, you're going to type in your domain name. So like in my case, for this tutorial, it'll be learnernet.net/cPanel. So whatever your domain name is, you're going to put a / right after it. cPanel, when you hit enter, you're going to plug in the password and the username that A2 hosting has provided to you in your email. It's going to bring you right to this page right here. Okay. And so when you do that, what you're going to do right now is we're going to add the Namecheap domain to our cPanel account. Now we want to do that because we didn't purchase a domain name with A2 hosting. If you had purchased the domain name at A2 hosting, then you could skip that step and you could just go right here to actually install WordPress on the domain, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do, guys, is I want you to scroll down to domain. So with that, I have already done this with this particular domain name, but I want to show you how you're going to do it with your particular domain name. So what you're going to do right now, guys, is click on create a new domain. Do that. You're going to type in your domain name. So whatever your domain name is, XYZ, domainname.com, .net, .org, whatever your domain name is that you initially purchased at Namecheap that you want to connect with your A2 hosting account, whatever that domain name is, you want to plug it in right there. When you do, and you finish plugging it in, this blue button for submit, it's going to light up. You're going to click it. When you click it, it's going to add it to your actual cPanel itself. And you should see like a message that pops up in the upper right that just confirms that it's been successfully done. After you plug in your domain name here, guys, and you click on the submit button right here, the blue button, and you get that message that said that it's been successfully added, you're just going to go back to your cPanel itself. And from this point, guys, it's really about just installing WordPress on the actual domain name. And what I wanted to do, being that I have you on this tutorial, I just want to show you how to do it. It's really simple to do, guys. As you can see, there were only 4 basic steps that we did to be able to point the Namecheap domain name to A2 hosting. You had to first get your web hosting, which I showed you how to do. Second, you had to get your assigned A2 hosting name servers, which you received at your email. You had to access your Namecheap dashboard and then plug in those name servers. That's what you had to do. You hit the enter button, and from that point, it's going to add it to your Namecheap account. The next thing that you had to do, guys, is to add on the new domain itself, which we just did just a few moments ago. Now, if you want to install WordPress on your domain name, what you're going to do is go back to your cPanel, and you're going to scroll down to where it says WordPress A2 Optimize. Do that right now. And when you click on that, guys, you're going to come to a page where you're going to have 2 options to be to install WordPress. If you click on this drop down, there's quick install, custom install. I'm going to select custom install. You should see right here, guys, your main domain name that you just connected to A2 hosting. Okay, I have several domains with A2 hosting that are associated with my account. As I mentioned before, I have the dry plan, and that plan allows me to host like unlimited websites online. So I do it like for affiliate marketing and other projects that I have. And so for that reason, you'll see that I have several different domain names that are associated with this. And so what we're going to be doing right here, guys, is you just want to make sure that the domain name itself appears right here where it says in directory. Do not plug in anything there. Leave it blank. If you plug in anything, the end result is that when you install WordPress on your domain name itself, like in my case, if I actually plug something in there, I would have learnernet.net / and then whatever was plugged into in directory. We don't want that. We want it to be a clean, simple installation of WordPress. Right on the bottom where it says site name, you're going to plug in the name of your site. So I'm just going to plug in LearnerNet. Site description is basically a tagline that's going to come right under your actual website name. So in my case, like for the learnernet.com domain, I have the actual name of the site. Then I actually have the site description, or the tagline rather, and it says learn how to create WordPress websites and make money online. So whatever your website is about, what you want to do, guys, is plug that in right there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm just going to type in the same thing. Keep it simple. You need to select a username, an admin username. Now this username right here is strictly for this website that you're creating today. It's not the same as your A2 hosting account that you set up. This is totally different. It's strictly be to log into the back end of your website that you're creating today with A2 hosting. So what I'm going to do in my case is I'm going to plug in LearnerNet. And for the password, I'm going to erase the one that they have there, and I'm going to plug in one that's a strong password. I recommend that you guys use something like 7 to 10 characters, include some numbers, symbols in it, and that way the end result is green and it's strong. Plug in your email. You're going to be plugging in your email here, guys, because anytime you need to reset your password, let's say that you forget your password with WordPress, your WordPress site, what you can do in this case is you can reset it. And of course, any communications, guys, that come from WordPress, any updates like with the software, if something's wrong, you're going to get it directly to this email. So you want to make sure that the email that you plug in is an email that works, is active, and it's one that you use. Right on the bottom of this, it says choose language. By default, it's in English, but if you speak or prefer another language other than English and your audience speaks that language too, you can just select it. There's a Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, tons of languages that are here, and you can just select the one that you prefer. You don't need to mess with the advanced options. You can leave it like that. The very last step of installing WordPress on your domain name, guys, is to plug in your email again. And the reason why you're plugging it in again here is because when you install WordPress on your new domain, you're going to get a confirmation of that to your email. Okay. And so all of your credentials that you plugged in, you're going to get that to your email. Okay. Now, the process of installing WordPress with A2 hosting just takes a few moments. What I love about A2 hosting is that they take security to a whole new level. I kind of mentioned that in the beginning briefly, but through this process of installing WordPress, they perform what's called hardening. And hardening just adds an additional layer of security. So you need that, obviously to block things like spam, hackers, people that are trying to get into your site and inject maybe malicious code, in your site itself. You need as much protection as you can get. And so I love that A2 Hosting really cares about security. And for that reason, again, I recommend using them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pause this video, and then I'm going to come back when it's all said and done. If you guys want, you can get a drink, some water, juice, wine, beer, whatever. I'll come back when it's all said and done. Hey guys, welcome back. And so hopefully you all have this same page right here where it says, congratulations, the software was installed successfully. So what this means is that you have a live website on the internet right now with the use of WordPress. If you guys want to see what it looks like, all you have to do is click on this link right here, and it's just going to open up in another browser, and that way you can see your website live on the internet. From that point, guys, what you're going to have to do is simply start to customize your site. You can build out like your pages, your posts. You can add different plugins, to your site, that way to give it more functionality. And from that point, guys, it's all about just promoting it online. So I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube tutorial. That way I could show you step by step, guys, how is it that you can point your Namecheap domain name to A2 hosting, and of course install WordPress on your domain to then be able to launch your site and start building it out. Tell me, guys, what you think about this tutorial. Did you find it to be very helpful? If there's something else that you would like to know about WordPress, if so, go ahead and drop your comments and questions right below. I'll be sure to get to them as soon as possible. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and I'll catch you amazing people on the next video.